Videos just suck, like to have good audio. Yeah, so today's video comes down to an iPhone mic. All right, so the New Zealand trip. So great stories of it. I was invited to go work with my friend Jeremy in Australia. He had a school that he's a guide and has a travel expedition company. And he wanted me to create some photos and some B-roll stuff off the Great Barrier Reef and Cairns. And so after that, we decided that we wanted to go to New Zealand. Myself, Jeremy, and my friend Brian from Hawaii. So that's what we did. So we went to New Zealand and we RV'd the South Island. So typically you go in like a counterclock direction. And in this case, we had to go clockwise because there was a massive landslide. So anyways, we RV'd, I want to say it was like right at 10 days or something. RV'd the South Island and just had a blast. So you from shooting like stargazing stuff. Oregon. What is that, toilet paper?
This is the Milky Way. This is the RV. This is the back window. This is where you're sitting working on the laptop. And then the frame is right here. The frame's right like this.
Money.
Right? So you gotta look through here.
Ooh, there it is.
You see it now?
I see it. To like Mount Cook, we did the fjords and southern New Zealand on the South Island. It's like a 4.5 hour, 5 hour trek there, and then like 5 hour trek back. But yeah, just really had a great time exploring the southern island of New Zealand. Man, some crazy fish that I'd never seen before. Some people were handline fishing on the, I guess would have been on the west coast of the South Island. They're just really cool experiences. So so on this trip, and any trip I typically try to go on, I always try to have just like an epic element to it. So we had all decided that we wanted to go spelunking. And it started out with just seeing glowworms, which glowworms are like a real common thing in New Zealand, or glowworm caves. And so we saw some of those at one of the places we were staying at, but we wanted to spelunk we're like 350 feet, I believe, below the surface. So anyways, we rappel into this crevasse and get down there, and basically took some just crazy photos of our guide going up and down the guideline. So we're there, like I'm walling around in all this untouched foliage, and it's water. There's like a river going through it, and really dark. So we're trying to get these shots, and I had scratched myself on an RV, like up against a wall or carpet or something whenever like driving, which I didn't know at the time. I got some of that water or foliage or whatever it was into my elbow. And so we did the event, did great, had a freaking great time. So flight's over, we do that. I drive up, we go up to fly up to the North Island, fly out of Auckland. And by the time I get to Sydney, which that was a layover before LA, my elbow is just ripping hot, like so hot. And it started to ache a little bit. And by the time I got back on the plane, which is like an hour and a half later or something, I had a golf ball sized knot on my right elbow. And so I'm like, whatever. I took Tylenol or Advil or something and put oils, like essential oils on it that I travel with. And so I got back into Florida, and by this time it is just like a massive rock hard. And I'm trying to like get a doctor or teledoc or pharmacy or something to just get an antibiotic, and they wouldn't give it to me. So I go to a local clinic, and the lady's like, she's like, well, have you been around water? I'm like, no, no water. And then it dawned on me, oh crap, I am been around water in the cave, like this super ancient water and foliage, and got it all in my elbow. And told her about that, and she's like, all right, drop your drawers. I'm like, oh shit. So they had to give me antibiotic shots, like multiple rounds, because apparently, because it was close to my elbow, it could have if it got into my joints, then I would have had to get my elbow. I'd about already done. So it was like a conjunctivitis kind of thing. So if the bacteria had gotten in my elbow, I could have had to have major surgery. If not, I had lost my arm from my elbow down, which seems kind of crazy. But that was the reality that I was dealing with. So I did multiple rounds of shots of my ass, of, I don't know, penicillin, steroids. I can't even remember. But I think it was just like super strong antibiotics, because I ended up having to do like multiple weeks of it, because the first round wasn't strong enough. So that was kind of a crazy travel story of New Zealand. It's New Zealand's just an epic place. Like, scenery you'd never experienced before. There's not really any wildlife that can damage or hurt you or bother you or anything. It's just, it's just this unbelievable naturescapes and massive mountains, glaciers and everything. So, yeah, definitely, I would definitely go back. I'd probably spend more time on the North Island, a little bit warmer. Probably surf a little bit. And my understanding, it's very much like Northern California. But yeah, that was a trip. So me and my buddy Brian, Jeremy, myself, and just a couple creatives. Brian's an amazing photographer and creative. Now lives full time in Hawaii, and does tons of short films and cool stuff. Come to check his stuff out. But yeah, that was kind of a quick note on New Zealand. You can check out the videos and photos that we have online as well. I think there's a few of them that I have for sale. We made a trek of it during the time we had while we were there on the island.